Hello, welcome to Nikki's Crafty Corner. I'm Nikki. Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome if you're new here. I am working on Warm Witch today. As you guys can see, I am on the face. This is the last little bit I have of this painting to do, and I wanted to do it with you guys. I don't think I'm going to finish it in the Wip N Chat, but I'm hoping to finish it today. I've been working on this for 7 weeks now. I only know that because I started it with Drills and Chills and Festival of Witches. I don't normally know how long I've been working on paintings. So this is a Wip N Chat. If you have not been to a Wip N Chat before, a Wip N Chat is where I work on a project and tell you about what's been going on in my life for the last week and what's coming up on my channel, what's been going on in my channel. And basically I keep you entertained for between a half an hour and an hour. And you can work on a project, a craft project or a project in your house, whatever you're doing, run some errands, do whatever you have to do, and hopefully laugh a little. Hopefully you don't cry. And just listen to this like you would a podcast or a TV program, just to have it running in the background while you do some things. I am not going to be showing you my face today, guys, just because I want to be working on this, and I am super excited. So, all right, let's see. What has been going on in the channel? The channel has been relatively low-key recently. I think coming out of September, yeah, October, it's been relatively low-key. I had a lot of unboxings and things going on in September, but last week I just had my regular Friday Finds video, and I had a live on Monday. Monday lives was switched from 1 p.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern. It was easier, the time slot. So that happened. And let's see, Friday Finds, switching. Monday we did a fall trivia, which was fun. On the live, and I did a little bit of a tour of my newish old craft space, which I'm going to do a full tour once the space is done. It's basically, I cleaned out, I've been talking about it for a while, but I cleaned out my storage space and gave myself a little bit of room in my back storage area that I can craft in also. And basically it's so I can keep my sewing machines up and don't have to put them down. So I did a little bit of a tour, although it's still a mess back there. So that was Monday. Friday Finds, trying to think who I had on Friday Finds last week. Let me take a look, see who was there. Friday Finds was I apologize. I've just had so much on my mind. And I didn't write it down. Of course I didn't write it down. Let me think real quick. Okay. We had, it was all diamond painting accessories. I can tell you that. I can't think of who we had on last Friday. But anyway, all diamond painters, all diamond painting companies. I highly suggest that you go check it out. Here we go. I'm going back in my messages so that I could see who was on. Cover Minders Saban was on. Who else was on? Cover Minders Saban. I also had on Rolo Works, who creates diamond painting pens that are pretty awesome. So, yeah, go check that out. That was a fun little Friday Finds. This week, I'll tell you about this week's Friday finds in a little bit. This week is going to be really good. So let's talk about, told you this Wip N Chat was going to be a short one. Let me tell you about what I'm using. Okay. So the canvas is Warm Witch by Ivy Dollamore. This is a Diamond Art Club canvas if you haven't seen it before. It is 22 by 22 inches by 29 inches. It's a round drill. My pen is from, oh, my pen. Where's my pen? What I'm using in my pen, let's start with that, is pink wax in the multi-placer. And I'm switching between Patty Wax and Randa's Hard and Sticky. That's what it's called, right? Randa's Hard and Sticky Scented Wax. My minder is from Scarlett's Crafty Corner. Isn't it cute? It's really cute. I love this cover minder. I have it off to the side right now because I'm only in this section. And my pen is from, and Scarlett's shop is Just Mind Her Business. The pen is from Jim's Handmade Pen Shop over on Etsy. Isn't that pretty? The tray is from Cat Proof Diamond Trays on Etsy. So that's everything that I'm using here. And I'm using, the tweezers are just Diamond Art Club tweezers. These are really sharp. My black ones I've been using my black ones and they went flying someplace and I can't find them. So I'm hoping I don't step on them. But my black ones were also bent. And these are super uber sharp, so I have to be really careful with them. Yeah, so, all right. Let's get into what's been going on around here. My car. Let's talk about my car. My car has decided to be a pain in the butt. I guess I talked about it last week too on my Wip N Chat. Yeah, my car has been not working. Then it works, then it doesn't work. We're still trying to figure out really what's wrong with it. We think it might be the catalytic converter. So, that's fun. Yeah. So I'm having issues with my car. So every time I get in it and get behind the wheel, I'm kind of saying a little prayer that I get where I'm going without any issues. So I've kind of been like, that's been my main thing this week, I suppose. Let's see. Other than that, last Thursday and Friday, I had to be practicing cooking. Now, you might think, practicing cooking, why would you be practicing cooking? My grandmother had a recipe for these things, and I might have mentioned it last week on my Wip N Chat, I'm not sure. My grandmother had this recipe for these things called egg things. And we had a mass for her on Saturday. So we were going to have a family dinner after the mass. And I was making these egg things that I hadn't made. I never made them on my own. And I was going to make them for the family. So Thursday and Friday, I practiced a little bit making them so that I wouldn't mess them up. Thursday night, I had to go to the store and buy what I needed to make them for everybody. I needed 4 dozen eggs. Oh my gosh. And it's not like eggs are 99 cents anymore. That's the funny part. When my grandmother made this dish, it was in Depression era, and eggs were the cheapest protein. And so, you know, that's why this dish was made. So it was pretty funny. As we were eating them on Saturday, we were talking about how this was a Depression era dish and how my grandmother and great-grandmother would freak out over the cost of eggs today. It was funny how times change. So Saturday we had the mass for my grandmother, and the mass was at my old parish. So I went a little bit early, and I went stalking on the school grounds, peering in the windows like a you know, burglar, and looking down the hallways of the school I used to walk through and, you know, go to. And it was like so funny how everything looks so small now that used to look so big. So I hadn't been back there in many, many years, probably, oh God, I would say at least 15, if not 20 years I hadn't been back. And so I did that before Mass. And then there's a statue on the school grounds dedicated to my best friend who passed away when she was a senior in high school. I was a sophomore in college when she passed. And they put a statue on the parish grounds for her. And I went over to where the statue was, and just sat there and talked a little bit, you know, to her, to whatever, to her, and just sat with the statue for a little bit. So that was really nice. And they redid the whole church from the last time I had been there. So that was interesting. Nothing looks the same. I think the crucifix they kept. I'm pretty sure that was the same. But other than that, nothing is the same. They kept the deacon too. If you know anything about Catholic churches, priests tend to move around a lot. Like, none of the priests that were in my parish are there. They pretty much tend to move around a lot. So the deacon was still there from the last time I had been there. But other than that, everything was different. So it was really weird. So that was Saturday. After church, we went to my father's to have dinner. It was nice to have a quiet dinner with everybody. So that was nice. Everybody loved the food that was made. And it was really nice because I got to... sorry, my brain's not here today a little bit. I got to see my father take a bite of these egg things that we call them. And I didn't want him to tell me that they tasted like my grandmother's. I wanted to watch him. So I was at the other end of the table, and there were 8 of us at the table. And I was just watching his face. And I watched him put the food in his mouth, and I watched his eyes light up as he tasted it. And I was like, you can't fake that. I nailed it. So it was kind of really cool to see that I actually nailed my grandmother's recipe. So that was really nice. So we had a nice dinner. And what else did we do? We had dinner on Saturday. Sunday, I slept pretty much all day because I was on my feet. It was a lot Saturday, so I stayed in bed. I didn't sleep, but I was cuddled with a blanket pretty much all day Sunday. I'm trying to think. I made so many of these egg things that I sent them to my landlords. I sent some. I had some. I have some in the freezer. I had some for during the week. There were so many that my boyfriend was calling me the Oprah of the egg things. He's like, you get some, you get some, you get an egg thing. It was so funny. So, yeah, so Saturday I stayed pretty much not doing anything. Oh yeah, Friday I went and I met with a new cardiologist who seems to be cool. He gave me medicine so that I don't have to go to the emergency room every time my blood pressure spikes. I can handle it at home, which was what I basically wanted. Like, I didn't want to use the emergency room resources when all they would do is give me medicine. I felt like that was the biggest waste of resources when somebody else could be there that actually, you know, was in more serious condition, because I felt like it was an easy fix. Why can't I have the medicine at home? And my old cardiologist just did not want to give me the medicine to have on hand for some reason. So the new cardiologist gave me the medicine to have at home, which is awesome. So now if I get a spike and start feeling all the feelings that sent me to the emergency room last month, I can just take the medicine at home and handle it myself. So that's pretty awesome. He was really nice, and he wasn't too bad to look at either. So that was cool. And then, where are we? So then Monday, I'm trying to figure out, let's see what else happened. Okay, so I'm still clearing out the back room. Yeah, I'm still doing the back room. I was able to do, like I said, I was able to film a little bit back there. I have a space for my laptop, and my sewing machine are sharing a desk. And if I move the laptop off of that space, I can set up a diamond painting there. I just have to move it around and, like, you know, when I'm not using it, move it somewhere else. Eventually, I'm hoping that I won't have to move the diamond painting and I can leave it on said space. That's the goal anyway, so that I can have one back there. But right now, we're still in the moving stuff around space. It's just nice to have that spot back again. So that went on. I'm sorry if I'm rambling and not making sense. I feel like I'm not making sense, but I might be making sense. I don't know. I'm kind of into these diamonds, and there's a whole lot more of them than I thought there would be in this section. Oh, so Tuesday night, no, Monday night, Monday night, I had my live, and then Monday night I had to go for a sleep study. Now, I talked about this on my live a little bit, but I thought it was funny. They told me that when I got there, I had to ring the bell, and somebody would come let me in. And when I Googled the address, it wasn't a hospital. It was like an office building that kind of looked deserted. Even during the day, it looked deserted. And I had to be there at 9 o'clock at night. So, for those of you that listen to the live, obviously I made it out. I'm alive. I was freaked out. It was kind of scary. It's pretty off-putting for a female to be going alone at 9 o'clock at night to an office building that looks pretty decrepit to begin with, and having to ring a bell to be let in. So I got there Monday night, and I rang the bell, and this technician came to the door and let me in, and the whole place was pitch black. Like, when you went in, there were just very dim lights on in the front office space, like the waiting room area. And the woman was like, okay, give me your ID and whatever, and I'll get you signed in. So I gave her my ID, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die now. So they checked me in. She checked me in. And then she's like, okay, I'll bring you down the hall. And everything is like very dim lights. And it was really creepy. I guess because you're going to be going to sleep. But I would much rather have it lit up a little bit more. So she brought me into a room and she's like, I need you to fill out this paperwork and, get changed into whatever you're going to sleep in. And I'll be back in 20 minutes to set you up. She's like, make sure you go to the bathroom because once we get the electrodes on you, you're not going to be able to move without assistance. So, I got changed. I went to the bathroom and everything, and I filled out the paperwork. And she came back in, and she started putting all these electrodes on my head and my chin and my face and my back and my legs. And then she put these straps on my chest and my stomach. And by the time she finished, like, you really couldn't move to go anywhere. So I started getting the thought of like, oh my gosh, I really couldn't run away from here if I wanted to. Like, it would be probably difficult. I'd trip in the process. So then she was like, okay, you can, if you have to go to the bathroom, you have to call me, but you just have to say, I need help going to the bathroom. There's a camera right there and I'm watching you all night, which was interesting because then I was like, well, okay, so if I sneeze or, have to pick my nose, there's somebody watching me the whole time. That thought was funny. So, she left and she was like, oh, and you can only lay on your back. I'm a side sleeper. I'm a belly sleeper. So that was rough. But I laid there and watched NCIS and fell asleep. And then at like 5:30 in the morning, a voice boomed through the room. She was like, good morning. It was like, it reminded me of Good Morning Vietnam. If you know that movie, That's the way the voice sounded, like booming through the room. So she woke me up and came in and took everything off. And my hair was all gooey from the gooey. If you've had a sleep study, you know what I'm talking about. That gooey, gluey cement they use to hold the electrodes on. So I drove home and got a shower, washed my hair and all that fun stuff. And then I was exhausted, but I had things that I wanted to do yesterday, so I forced myself to stay awake. I don't even know what I did yesterday. I watched lives. I watched Laura's and Laura Anxiety Art Adventures live with Bev. And then there were a few other lives I watched. I worked on this diamond painting a bunch yesterday. And I had a few other things that I wanted to do, like for my other channel. I'm trying to develop a course outline for my other channel, which is taking forever because I have difficulty thinking and a lot of brain fog. So I'll get like one thought process going and then I have to stop. And then I'll get another thought process going, but I don't know. I filmed that's what I did yesterday. I filmed an unboxing for Lillian Fox. I got Lillian Fox nails, and I'm excited to put them on. But my nails are super short, and if you've used Lillian Fox nails, let me know what you think. My nails are super short. Well, they're not super, super short. There's some white on them, and they're starting to grow out. But I don't know if I need to wait or not. But I got my Lillian Fox nails, so I did a quick unboxing, unbagging, unenveloping video on them. Excuse me. Yes, yesterday. And I had another video that I had to do for my other channel. So yesterday just kind of flew by. And then before I knew it, it was night. And I was going to watch Bev be live. But I got sucked into The Watcher. If you haven't watched The Watcher, if you have, don't tell me. But if you haven't watched The Watcher, you kind of in the beginning, at least I did. I was like, what is going on here? This is weird. And now I'm like, holy crap, I can't stop watching. So last night I ended up being sucked into the world of The Watcher. I think I'm like on the 3rd episode, but I'm sucked in. So that's what happened to yesterday. Today I plan on, I have stuff to do. I have to go out over to a friend's later this afternoon. And before I do that, I just have some stuff to do around here. I want to work on this until it's like 11 o'clock now. I'm going to finish this video, edit it, and get it uploaded. And then I want to work on this. By 1, I have to get in the shower. I have to go pick up a prescription. I have some things to do. Then I want to get over to my friend's house. Oh, I have been debating. I think I talked about it on the channel. I have been debating on going gluten-free for the longest time now. And I was watching Shine Like a Diamond. I was watching her the other day. And oh my goodness, the difference in her since she went gluten-free. She looks amazing. Shine, you look amazing. Beth, I mean, girl, you look amazing. So I was really looking, I've been looking into it, and after seeing her latest thumbnail and seeing how amazing she looks, how her face looks, I was like, oh my gosh, like I need to get my butt off get my butt in gear and do this. And when I was at the cardiologist's office on Friday, they had these really cool, I've never seen them before, interactive boards in every room. They had like 4 in the waiting room, and then in the testing room, they had like this huge testing room. And then when you go into the doctor's office, these interactive boards that kept like popping up with like different things on them. And like one would say, you know, why is an anti-inflammatory diet good? And it would tell you why. And then it would tell you how to do it. And then it said, why, you know, why is it gluten-free? Why is heart-healthy diet? And all these things. And basically, they're all the same diet. Basically, you got to cut the sugar out. You got to cut the carbs out. And, you know, and then you're going to be good. So I really got to get off my butt. It's the prepping that kills me. It's the making of the food. Simply because I can't stand on my legs to do it. So I was talking to my social worker Monday, and she was like, why don't you get a counter high rolling chair for your kitchen, and then it will go down to like table height, but you can have it at counter high so you can do all your prep, cutting and all that stuff at counter high, and it won't be that bad on your legs. So I was like, oh, that's a great idea. So now that's like going to be my thing, is I need to save the money to get one of those, or maybe ask for one for Christmas. I'm not sure how much they cost. But if I can do that, it'll be easier to prep stuff and all that fun stuff. Also, it's the grocery shopping. Like, I've been doing grocery shopping on Mondays, and I figured out that I need to have the groceries in the house before Sunday so that all day Sunday prep can happen, and then that won't be an issue. Just getting groceries into the house during the week when there's not a lot of time to do prep just does not help. So, and of course, you know, cutting out carbs and gluten. Oh my God, that's going to be so difficult at first. I've done low carb before. Once I get into the kick of it, I'm sure it'll be fine. But in the meantime, it's going to be a struggle. But yeah. So if you've done gluten-free and you have any tips, let me know in the comments below. So let's talk about what's coming to the channel. I'm so excited. I got a DAC kit in the mail yesterday. No, maybe the day before. Maybe the day before. I got a DAC kit in the mail. I have to do an unboxing on it. I know I had said I was not going to buy any more diamond paintings. I know. You said you were not going to do any more. I know, but you understand what happens. I know you do. I got a DAC kit. that I have to unbox. So you'll be getting to see that. You'll be getting to see a Friday Finds video. You'll see the Friday Finds video first because the DAC kit will probably not happen until next week. Maybe over the weekend, we'll see. So Friday Finds video, I have a few things in the works. So I have 2 diamond painting companies, and then I have some others that are not diamond painting companies that I'm talking to. I'm just waiting for permission on a couple of things. So we'll have some neat companies, some companies that some of you have heard of, some companies that I'm not sure that you guys have heard of. I have a couple of international companies this week because I've been doing a lot of companies that are in the United States. I wanted to get some international companies out there. What else? Wow, that was a lot. I'm like out of breath from that. International dues. Oh, I have a kit that is going to be coming from Mary's Diamond Painting. So you'll be able to see an unboxing of that. I was very excited about that one. I've never ordered from them before. And I didn't expect to order from them. And then I got contacted by them. And so you'll have a unboxing from them coming. And once all of the car stuff is figured out, you'll have more unboxings and stuff on the channel. But for now, that is what is coming to the channel. Like I said, Mondays are going to be live at noon. Let me know, what do you think I should do with the Friday Finds? Are you guys enjoying that segment? Do you think I should keep doing it the way it is, or should I switch it up a bit? I have an idea to switch it up, but I'm not sure if I should. Like, are you enjoying the way it is now? I don't know what to do. We'll see. I was kind of thinking like I could not do shops that I haven't bought from, but do, instead of doing shops like Etsy shops, I can do maybe like a craft of the week, or yeah, do like a different craft every week and talk about it, or do different shops, but bigger shops instead of like the little shops. I could do bigger shops, but then I feel like the bigger shops you guys will have already known about. So I'm trying to feature the smaller shops. So let me know what you guys think. I'm just trying to, I don't know. I'm trying to shoot out for ideas. Anyway. All right, guys. I've been talking for a little over half an hour now. I think that's all I have. I will have more videos, crafting videos coming up. That's something else I'll have. Once the back room is clear enough for me to have a table, I will have different crafting projects and stuff that I'll be filming. So you'll get to see those as well. Please go ahead and hit the like button on this video. If you're not already subscribed and you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That really helps me out. And I will see you. I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you guys all on Monday, or rather on Friday, for my Friday Finds video. Take care, guys, and have a wonderful week. Bye.